What is up, guys? This is Cole from Mac Kiteboarding. I'm one of the shop's newer riders and newer testers, and through this whole quarantine thing, I've been able to get out on the wings quite a bit, hoping to give you guys some intel on what your next wing should be. Alright, so let's get into some general info about the wing. So the Naish S25 comes in a 2.8 meter, 3.6 meter, 4.6 meter, 5.3 meter, a 6 meter, which we have here, and the 7.2 meter will be coming out later this year. So for me, I'm about 165 pounds, and this 6 meter, I can get it up in about 13 knots of wind, and up to about 22 knots of wind, I can ride comfortably. Anything past that, and I'm definitely a little overpowered, and I definitely feel more comfortable when I size down. So let's get into the actual design of the kite. So one thing that Naish kept the same from the original Wing Surfer to the S25 is this serrated shark tooth trailing edge. Now, one thing that they did change, which was a major change and a major upgrade, is they actually lengthened the strut, making it longer, and this allowed for more canopy to occur here and here, allowing for the wingtips of the kite to come in. Now your closer wingtips, your decreased wingspan is going to benefit you in numerous ways, mainly the fact that you can actually sheet in closer, you can get your kite closer to the water without that fear of touching the water and falling. Yes, if you put your wingtip in the water, you will still fall. However, the decreased wingspan will minimize that risk. So this year, the most glaring difference between the original Naish Wing Surfer and the S25 are the windows. Now, because I ride in a colder climate, these things fog up on me pretty bad. In warmer climates, I heard they don't do it as much, and people actually love them for seeing downwind while they're sheeted all the way in. For me, I haven't had that. I get fog on it, I get water on it, and I can't see very far downwind. So it's personal preference if you like the windows or not. One thing that is for certain about the windows is they do add some weight to the wing. So one thing that Naish also kept the same from the original Naish Wing Surfer to the S25 is the 3 handles on this leading edge here. Now, while they don't have a Y strap, these handles still make it really easy to get leverage on that kite and flip it over when you're in the water. I enjoy them. But anyways, one of the bigger changes they made from the original Wing Surfer to the S25 is the increased diameter of the leading edge and the center strut. Now, while this may not seem like a big deal, it allows for a deeper canopy of the wing for you to get more power out of those low wind days, which is huge, especially for a 6 meter kite. You're not taking it out on overpowered days, so you want as much power as you can get out of this kite. Trust me, this kite maximizes your power on those kind of days. Along with maximizing your power, this increased diameter also makes it a very, very sturdy kite. Last year we noticed that in overpowered conditions, the kite would actually start to warp on this leading edge, kind of like in this fashion right here on both sides. And this proved to be pretty bad when it got overpowered. When the kite wing starts to deform, the performance of the kite isn't what the designers anticipated. So with this reinforced, bigger diameter leading edge and center strut, the kite is able to hold a better structure and maintain its original shape. On the center strut, we have 7 handles, which does add a little extra weight compared to some of the series like the F1 that only has those 3 handles on the center strut. But I like the ability to be able to depower on those, super powerful days and power up fully when it's light wind conditions. So one thing, a minor thing that Naish included was these little Velcro tabs here, which are great for marking your favorite handles, but are truly meant for holding your SUP paddle on the strut. And these are for people that need to actually paddle away from shore quite a bit to get to their wind. I've never used them, but that's what they're there for. So one thing Naish has always pushed in their wings is their durability. As you can see, they have something called high tensile threading that they market. It's super durable. I put this thing through some pretty bad crashes and some pretty intense waves, and this thing has stood up to the challenge and has not failed me yet. Now, another one of the basic things, Naish included a Sherlock valve system, and the cap here is perforated. Now, one of the main things that makes this kite responsive in light wind, and I'll see if I can get a good view of it for you guys, is this foil back here. So right here, this layer of Dacron connecting the main canopy to the center strut allows for a deeper canopy. And this goes back to what I was saying about this thing performing really, really well in light wind situations, because with that deeper canopy, you can get a better airflow through the kite, providing you with more power on those days where it's challenging to get up on foil. Another durability aspect that Naish included are these Dacron patches. So as you can see here and here, and they included a bumper along this wingtip as well. Now what this does is it provides a little extra protection from shells or asphalt, depending if you're on the beach with this thing or if you're out skateboarding with it. It just adds a little extra durability to the kite. Another thing they changed with these wingtips is due to that increased length of the center strut, they're able to decrease that wingspan. And like I said earlier, it minimized your risk of tapping your wing in the water unintentionally. One thing they also included to help you save yourself from those falls is a more aerodynamic wingtip. Now previously, see if I can follow my hand here, the wingtip went out like that. So they were able to cut away all this extra fabric here to give you a better wingtip design, to give you a better chance of saving yourself from those accidental wingtip touches. So I just got back from riding at Muskegon Lake, a spot that we go to when the winds are blowing offshore. And because it's an inland lake, it's super gusty. This was the first time I took the wing out in some gusty conditions, and it was phenomenal. It gave me a nice consistent pull for my entire session. So I wanted to give you guys a final summary of why this wing has become one of my favorites. And I think it really comes down to how great it performs in light wind conditions, how well it performs in gusty conditions, and just how durable this wing really is. That's all I got for you guys. This has been Cole from Mac Kite Boarding. If you have any questions about the S25, feel free to drop a comment below, call our shop, email us, or visit our website, mackiteboarding.com.